Hello everyone, this is Advocate Meghana Dairevan and I welcome you all to MSD Legal. You are watching Know the Law series and in today's topic we are going to discuss a case law case study regarding the recent news that has flashed before 2 days about the Instagram account Boys Locker Room private chat room. Now let us discuss what was the entire facts of this news and what is the legal mechanism about the cybercrime on social media accounts as such. So let us begin with today's topic. Before 2 days, one boy of 18 years old was arrested in the matter of boys locker room Instagram. Now the fact goes as this chat room was operated by this boy and there were more than 15 to 20 boys which were members of this group. Now interesting fact is these boys are ranging in the age of 13 to 18 years. That is, most of the boys are pertaining to the school going students and two boys are relating to the 12th of the college going students, I mean. So uh, the whole gist of this group was this group was created in April 2020 and some girls which were studying along with those boys, regarding those girls the objectionable content was shared and some obscene material was shared on this group. Not only that, the more shocking is these boys were planning to commit gang rape on one of the girl on that group. Now the story goes as the one of the member who was added by this admin, he identified the girl and he informed the girl about such discussion and he shared the photos, that is the nude photographs which were edited by this admin, the nude photographs and the chat history which can be seen by the new members anytime after he joins. So this chat history and these photographs were shared by this boy to that respective girl and she has busted this entire offense on her social media on Twitter. Now on Twitter, the moment she has shared these details, the Delhi police have raised the alert and they have arrested the boy, that is the group admin, who is only 18 years old, and it is interesting to know that he is awaiting his result for the 12th standard. Now these groups contains more than 20 boys as such. However, police has succeeded to identify 5 of them and those boy has to say that we are not aware about this group and we don't know the group admin also. He has added us in the group and we are not aware about the discussion that goes on the group as such. So they have absolutely taken their hands away and they are absolutely not supporting the group admin in this entire gist. However, they are made criminally liable and let me tell you the Delhi cyber cell is now investigation more into this as far as this entire offense goes and they are trying to identify the other 15 members of the group. Now let us understand under which law this group admin was arrested. Now we all know the Code of Criminal Procedure gives wide powers to the police and they can arrest the offender under section 41 wherever there is a cognizable offense. Also, if the offense is registered, I mean the if offense is recognized and there is evidences available against the accused, the FIR can be recorded against him and as per section 154 and thereby the further investigation is conducted by the local police. Now let me tell you under which two laws this FIR was recorded. One is Indian Penal Code and another is Information Technology Act 2008. Now under Indian Penal Code there are major offences which are attracting to this incident, that goes as section 354C, that is voyeurism, that means discussing or enjoying sexual content about the other person or private acts of the other person and commenting on other person on sexual aspects. Then section 469 goes as a forgery for the purpose of harming reputation of any person. So where these boys have exchanging the photographs, that is the nude photographs of these girls, obviously which are not taken by them, and obviously it was not shared within the consent and within the group, knowing and giving knowledge to these girls. That is why it is considered as forgery, and these photographs were edited and it was made available and exchanged on the electronic platform, that is on the social media, which is directly harming the reputation of the girls as such, because these girls are actually studying with them. They are not imaginary uh, uh, personalities. They are the girls which are actually studying with them, or they are studying along with their classrooms as such. So they are the known personalities, and such act is directly harming their reputation, and therefore section 469 is attracted for this incident. Another section which is levied, that is section 509, that is using words or gestures for the purpose of insulting modesty of the woman. That means wherever any information or any post is released which may insult or which may make any woman in a awkward situation, or which is not good for her in moral sense, then section 509 is always attracted. Now in all the three sections, the punishment is imprisonment of 3 to 7 years, and along with the fine which may court deem fit. Now let us understand what are the provisions under Information Technology Act 2008. The offence is recorded against this boy. That is firstly section 67, wherein any uh, obscene material is published on electronic media or in electronic form. That is, whatever the chats or information was shared between the group members, and the photographs which were objectionable content, which is obscene content, which was shared on electronic platform on social media, which is made public, which directly harms the reputation of the girl, is made punishable under section 67. And let me tell you, the offence is very serious. It is a cognizable offence and non bailable offence, and the punishment is also very serious, that is 5 years, and along with fine of 1 lakh for the first attempt. And if the offence is repeated by the same accused against any person, then this punishment is doubles, that is the subsequently the punishment levied as 10 years, and the fine imposed is of 2 lakhs. So you can understand how the serious offence is. Maybe these boys may not have understood the seriousness of the offence, and of course they must not be aware about these legal provisions. However, now they have to face a very serious implications of their acts, which have started as a just as a fun. So let us understand and consider the social media usage by the minors or by the children in your home, and it is important that we should make them accountable, and not only that, we have to monitor the social media account activity of these children. Then under section 76, the police have powers to confiscate all the devices which are used for these offences. That is, in this incident, the mobile which is used for the purpose of chatting, then the photographs were edited on some laptop and personal computer at home. So all these devices are taken into custody for further forensic investigation. And under section 78 of Information Technology Act, the local DSP, that is Deputy Superintendent of Police, have powers to investigate this matter as per the provisions of CRPC. So friends, here it is very clear that although it is very casually the posts are shared and the comments are made on the social media, however the implications are far reaching if it is reputing any if it is disturbing any woman, especially if there is any harm that is caused to any woman and her reputation as such. So we need to monitor the activities on the social media, especially by the teenagers. So how do you find this discussion today? Let me know in the comments below, and also watch the other videos which are given on the legal topics on this channel. Let me tell you, these topics are also discussed in Marathi. So if at all you want to watch this in Marathi, kindly watch them from the channel, and like, share and subscribe to this channel, and share this video to the maximum people, so that this recent news which has come to us before 2 days, let them get aware about the legal side of this news as such. Thank you so much. Jai Hind, Jai Maharashtra.